Okay, so lately I've been kind of like feeling overwhelmed by all the AI hype,
Right.
It seems like everyone's talking about it,
Yeah.
but I'm not even sure where to begin.
Yeah.
Luckily, we've got this in-depth guide from the AI Alliance,
Okay.
a group of major tech companies and AI experts who are trying to figure out this whole AI-powered future thing.
What's interesting is that this guide
Yeah.
isn't just for engineers and data scientists.
Right.
They've actually broken it down for all sorts of roles,
Oh, wow.
from everyday users to CEOs,
Oh, okay.
even teachers.
That's true.
It really drives home the point that AI is going to impact all of our lives in some way.
You mentioned it's broken down for different roles, so
Yeah.
how does that work?
Well, they've outlined these key competency areas that everyone should be aware of, regardless of their technical background.
Gotcha.
It's like a roadmap to understanding what skills matter most in this new AI landscape.
A roadmap.
Yeah.
I like that. So let's unpack these competency areas.
Okay.
What's the first stop on our roadmap?
First up is something they call foundations.
Foundations.
Yeah, you can think of it as AI jargon demystified.
Okay.
It covers those terms you always hear but might not fully understand, like what's the difference between machine learning and deep learning?
Right.
Or what exactly is generative AI,
Okay.
which is behind those chatbots everyone's talking about.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely seen those terms thrown around.
Mm-hmm.
So this section breaks it all down in simple terms.
Exactly.
Um,
Imagine you're at a conference and everyone's throwing around AI buzzwords.
Yeah.
After reading this section, you'll actually be able to follow the conversation and even contribute.
Okay. I'm already feeling less intimidated.
Good.
What's next?
Now we get to the really important stuff.
Okay.
Responsible use.
Responsible use.
This section emphasizes that using AI ethically is everyone's responsibility.
Okay.
We need to be aware of the potential risks, protect our data. Right.
And know when AI might give us misleading information.
So it's like, just because we can use AI for something doesn't mean we should.
Absolutely.
There are ethical considerations too.
That's a crucial question we all need to be asking ourselves.
Yeah.
And that leads directly into the next competency,
Okay.
identifying data limitations.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
Here's the thing with AI.
Okay.
It's only as good as the data it learns from.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it like baking a cake.
Okay.
If you use rotten eggs,
Right.
the cake is going to taste awful no matter how good your recipe is.
So you're saying that bad data can lead to bad AI outcomes?
Right.
But what exactly do they mean by bad data?
Well, it could be incomplete data,
Okay.
outdated data,
Uh-huh.
or even biased data.
Okay.
This section digs into how those imperfections in the data can lead to inaccurate
Right.
or even unfair results from AI systems.
That makes sense, and it's kind of scary, too.
Yeah.
So how can we spot these data limitations?
What are the red flags?
That's exactly what this section teaches you.
Okay.
It helps you understand how to critically evaluate the data behind AI and recognize when those results might be skewed or unreliable.
This is already making me rethink how I approach all those AI-powered tools I use.
I bet.
Okay, so what other competencies do we need on our roadmap?
The next one gets a bit more technical.
Yeah.
Data analysis.
Data analysis. But don't worry.
Okay.
You don't need to be a programmer to understand the key concepts.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Because coding isn't exactly my forte.
I hear you.
But why is data analysis so important for understanding AI?
Because AI systems are built on data.
Right.
So even if you're not the one writing the code, understanding how data is collected,
Yeah.
analyzed,
Uh-huh.
and visualized will help you work more effectively with AI.
So it's kind of like knowing the language that AI speaks.
Yeah.
Even if I can't write poetry in it.
I like that analogy.
It's about being data literate enough to understand the inputs and outputs of AI systems, which helps you use them more effectively and spot potential issues.
Okay. I'm starting to see how all these pieces fit together.
Good.
What's next on our AI competency roadmap?
Now we get to the heart of it all.
Okay.
Machine learning.
Machine learning.
This is the engine that powers many of those amazing AI applications we see.
Right. I've heard that machine learning is like teaching computers to learn from data. Is that accurate?
Exactly.
Okay.
This section explains the different types of machine learning.
Okay.
Like supervised and unsupervised learning.
Okay.
And how they're used to create AI systems that can recognize patterns, make predictions,
Right.
and even learn from their mistakes.
Wait, so there are different types of machine learning.
There are.
What's the difference?
Think of it like teaching a dog tricks.
Okay.
In supervised learning, you give the dog treats when it does the right trick. So it learns by associating its actions with rewards. But in unsupervised learning,
Right.
you let the dog explore and figure out patterns on its own.
Okay, that's a helpful analogy.
Yeah,
So different approaches for different tasks, I'm
it's
assuming.
exactly.
Okay.
This section dives into the nuances of each approach and what kinds of problems they're best suited for.
Fascinating.
Yeah,
This is already blowing my mind.
I know, right?
What else is there?
Now, machine learning is a powerful approach,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not the only way to think about AI.
Okay.
That's where AI logic comes in.
AI logic.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like artificial intelligence with a philosophy degree?
Not exactly.
Okay.
This section explores what's called symbolic AI,
Okay.
which relies on rules and logic,
Okay.
rather than just patterns and data.
Okay.
It's a different way of building AI systems that can be more transparent
Right.
and easier to understand.
So it's a different way of approaching problem solving for AI.
Precisely.
Right.
And what's fascinating is that researchers are now exploring how to combine this logic-based approach
Wow.
with machine learning to create even more powerful and reliable AI systems in the future.
Okay. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see how these competencies build on each other.
Mm-hmm.
But how do we know which competencies are most important for different types of people?
That's where the AI Alliance gets really practical.
Okay.
They've actually created role profiles
Role profiles.
for different types of people who will interact with AI in different ways.
Okay. This is getting interesting.
Yeah.
Tell me more about these role profiles.
Well, they've identified profiles
Okay.
for everyone from novice users who are just starting out
Uh-huh.
to AI experts who are building the next generation of AI systems.
So they basically created a guide for how different types of people can develop the AI competencies they need.
Exactly.
Okay.
They've even outlined specific skills and resources for each role.
Wow, this is way more comprehensive than I expected.
It is.
So let's dive into these role profiles and see what they recommend.
Sounds good to me. Let's start with the most relatable one.
Okay.
The novice user.
The novice user.
This is probably where most of us fall, at least initially.
Yeah, I definitely identify as a novice user right now.
Yeah.
I'm eager to learn,
Good.
but I'm starting from scratch.
Yeah.
So what does the report recommend for people like me?
Well, first of all, don't worry.
Oh.
You don't need a PhD to start exploring the world of AI.
Oh, that's a relief.
Yeah.
Free resources are always welcome.
Right.
What are some of the resources they suggest?
Two great options are IBM Skills Build
IBM Skills Build.
and AI Foundations for Everyone on Coursera.
Okay. I'll definitely check those out.
Cool.
What about people who are already using AI in their jobs?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of guidance does the report offer them?
That's the AI Users on the Job category.
AI users on the job.
And it covers a wide range of professions where AI tools are already being used to boost productivity.
Okay.
Think of fields like accounting, healthcare, even transportation.
It's amazing how AI is already being integrated into so many different fields.
It is.
So what kind of skills do these AI users on the job need?
Well, it really depends on their specific job
Okay.
and the tools they're using.
Right.
But in general, they need to understand how to use these AI tools effectively, how to interpret the results, and how to recognize potential limitations.
So it's not just about knowing how to push the buttons,
Right.
but also understanding what's happening behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Duh.
They need a certain level of AI literacy to be able to collaborate effectively with these systems and make informed decisions based on the output.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So what about people who are using AI in more specialized fields,
Okay.
like scientists or healthcare professionals?
They fall under the AI-empowered specialists category.
AI-empowered specialists.
These are professionals who are using AI to push the boundaries of their fields,
Okay.
whether they're diagnosing diseases more accurately or developing new materials with amazing properties.
This sounds incredible.
It is.
But they must need a pretty deep level of expertise to be doing that kind of work, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
They need to understand the nuances of the data, the algorithms,
Right.
and the ethical implications of using AI in these sensitive areas.
Yeah.
They're really at the forefront of applying AI to real-world problems.
So it sounds like the key takeaway here is that different roles require different levels of AI competency.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this report does a great job of outlining those different levels and providing resources for people at each stage of their AI journey.
This is really eye-opening.
know, it's fascinating.
I had no idea. There was
Yeah.
so much to consider.
Right.
Okay, so we've talked about novice users,
Mm-hmm.
people using AI on the job,
Yeah.
and even specialized experts.
Right.
What about the people who are actually building and developing AI systems?
That's the AI expert workforce.
The AI expert work.
Your
Okay.
senior software engineers,
Yep.
data scientists, and research scientists who are pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI.
So these are the rock stars of the AI world.
You could say that. They need a mastery-level understanding of all these competencies
Right.
and are constantly pushing the boundaries of what AI can do.
So for them, it's probably a combination of advanced degrees
Mm-hmm.
and years of hands-on experience, right?
Exactly.
So-
They're the ones developing new algorithms,
Yeah.
designing new architectures,
Yeah.
and tackling the most challenging problems in AI.
Wow. It's incredible to think about the level of expertise involved in building these systems.
Yeah.
But what about people who are just starting their careers in tech?
Okay.
What do they need to know to be prepared for an AI-powered future?
That's where the AI future workforce comes in.
AI future workforce.
This category includes students and anyone who's just starting their career in a tech-related field.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what advice does the report offer for these future AI professionals?
The key for them is to build a strong foundation across all the competency areas we've discussed.
Okay.
They need to understand the fundamentals of data analysis,
Right.
machine learning, AI logic,
Right.
and responsible AI practices.
So basically, they need to be well-rounded in their AI knowledge.
Exactly. And the good news is that there are tons of resources available to help them develop these skills, from online courses to university programs to hands-on projects.
This report is really a goldmine of information.
It is.
It's amazing how they thought of everything.
Yeah, they've been very thorough.
But I'm curious.
Yeah.
Is there one role that you think is most crucial in this AI-powered future?
That's a tough question.
Yeah.
All of these roles are important in their own way.
Right.
But if I had to choose one,
Okay.
I'd say the AI navigators play a particularly vital role.
AI navigators?
Mm-hmm.
Remind me who those are again.
They're the teachers,
Okay.
trainers, and workforce development professionals who are helping others understand and navigate the complexities of AI.
Right. They're like the AI translators,
Exactly.
helping everyone else make sense of this rapidly evolving field.
They need a good balance of technical knowledge
Right.
and communication skills to be able to explain these complex concepts in a way that's accessible and engaging.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
We need people who can break down these complicated ideas
Mm-hmm.
and help everyone understand the potential and the pitfalls of AI.
Exactly, because ultimately, the success of AI depends on humans being able to use it responsibly and ethically.
Right.
And the AI navigators are playing a crucial role in making sure that happens.
Well, I'm already feeling more confident about navigating this AI-powered future thanks to this conversation.
That's great to hear.
But before we move on,
Okay.
I'd love to hear more about one specific role profile that really caught my attention.
Sure, which one are you thinking of?
I'm really intrigued by the AI-informed decision makers. It seems like they have a huge responsibility in shaping how AI is used in our society.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
This category includes business leaders,
Mm.
policymakers,
Right.
and anyone else who's making decisions that could be impacted by AI.
Okay.
They're the ones who are setting the direction for how AI is developed and deployed in the real world.
So what kind of skills do they need to make informed decisions about AI?
Well, they need to have a solid understanding of the potential benefits and risks of AI.
Right.
They need to be able to critically evaluate the data and the algorithms that are driving AI systems. And perhaps most importantly, they need to be able to think ethically about how AI is used and its impact on society.
It sounds like they need a combination of technical knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
critical thinking skills,
Yeah,
and a strong ethical compass.
exactly. They need to be able to see the big picture
Right.
and make decisions that benefit both their organizations and society as a whole.
That's a tall order. But it seems like a really important role to play in this AI-powered world.
It is.
I'm curious,
Yeah.
what are some examples of decisions that AI-informed decision makers might be grappling with?
Well, they might be facing questions like,
Okay.
should we use AI to automate certain jobs?
Right.
And if so, what are the implications for the workforce?
Yeah.
How do we ensure that AI systems are fair and unbiased?
Mm-hmm.
How do we protect people's privacy in an age of increasingly sophisticated AI?
Right.
How do we ensure that AI is used to benefit all of humanity, not just a select few?
Those are some tough questions.
They are.
It sounds like there are a lot of ethical dilemmas to navigate.
There are, and that's why it's so important for AI-informed decision makers to be thoughtful,
Right.
informed, and responsible in their approach to AI.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
From AI jargon to responsible use to the different roles that people play in this AI-powered future.
Yeah.
It's been a fascinating journey so far. But before we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I'd love to circle back to those durable competencies you mentioned earlier.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Those are the human skills that will always be valuable,
Right.
no matter how advanced AI becomes.
Exactly, and I think it's important to highlight those.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes it feels like the focus is all on the technical side of AI,
Right.
but ultimately it's humans who are driving this technology and shaping its impact on the world.
I couldn't agree more. And the report emphasizes that these durable competencies are not just nice to haves.
Right.
They're essential for thriving in an AI-powered world.
So what are some of these all-important human skills?
Well, they include things like
Okay.
flexibility and adaptability,
Okay.
being able to learn new things quickly and adjust to changing circumstances, a growth mindset,
Really sense that.
embracing challenges and seeing them as opportunities for learning and development,
Right.
creative problem solving,
Creative problem solving.
thinking outside the box and coming up with innovative solutions to complex problems,
Okay.
critical thinking,
Critical thinking.
analyzing information carefully,
Right.
evaluating evidence,
Yeah.
and forming your own judgments,
Okay.
communication and collaboration,
Communication and collaboration.
being able to clearly articulate your ideas and work effectively with others.
Those are all incredibly valuable skills,
They are.
regardless of your profession or your level of technical expertise.
Exactly. And in an AI-powered world where things are changing so rapidly, these human skills are going to be more important than ever.
I love that the report highlights these durable competencies.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder that AI is a tool.
Mm-hmm.
And like any tool, it's only as good as the humans who are using it.
Precisely. And by
Yeah.
developing these human skills alongside our technical AI knowledge,
Right.
we can ensure that we're using this powerful technology for good.
Okay. That's a great note to end on.
Yeah.
I'm feeling inspired to embrace both the technical and the human aspects of this AI-powered future.
That's great.
Yeah.
So we've explored these different competency areas and
Yeah.
how they relate to various roles
Yeah.
in an AI-driven world.
Yeah.
What stands out to you as particularly significant?
I'm really struck by the emphasis on responsible AI use and data limitations.
Yeah,
It's a good reminder that AI isn't some magical solution.
great.
It's a tool that needs to be used thoughtfully
Yeah,
and ethically.
absolutely. And that awareness of potential biases in data is crucial.
Right.
We can't just blindly trust the output of AI systems
Yeah.
without understanding where the data came from
Right.
and how it might be influencing the results.
Right. It's like that saying garbage in, garbage out.
Exactly.
But in this case, it's biased data and
Yes.
biased results out.
Exactly. And even with the best intentions, human biases can easily creep into the data
Right.
that AI systems learn from.
Oh, well.
That's why the identifying data limitations competency is so important.
Yeah.
It teaches us how to be more discerning consumers of AI and to recognize when those results might be skewed or incomplete.
I'm also really fascinated by the different types of machine learning and how they're being applied in so many fields.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling to think that we can teach computers to learn from data
I know.
and make decisions.
It is remarkable. And what's exciting is that machine learning is still a relatively young field.
Oh, wow.
We're only just beginning to scratch the surface of what's possible
Yeah.
with these techniques.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the what and the why of
Well,
AI competencies,
Right.
but how do we actually go about developing these skills?
Yeah.
Where do we even begin?
Well, that's where those role profiles come in handy.
Okay.
The AI Alliance has done a fantastic job of
Yeah.
outlining specific resources and pathways for each of those roles we discussed.
Right.
Remember how we talked about the novice user?
Yeah, that's me AI curious,
Okay.
but definitely a beginner.
Well, for novice users, the report recommends starting with some of those free online courses we mentioned earlier,
Right.
like IBM Skills Build
IBM Skills Build.
or the AI Foundations for Everyone course on Coursera.
Right.
These courses provide a great introduction to the fundamentals of AI
Okay.
without getting too technical.
Perfect. I love that there are accessible entry points for people who are just starting out.
Yeah,
It makes this whole AI thing feel less daunting.
exactly. And once you have a grasp of the basics,
Right.
you can start exploring more specialized resources,
Okay.
depending on your interests and goals.
Okay, so what about those AI users on the job?
Mm-hmm.
The people who are already using AI tools in their work?
Yeah.
What kind of resources are available to them?
For them, it really depends on their specific industry
Okay.
and the types of AI tools they're using.
Right.
There are industry-specific organizations that offer training and certifications, like the Society for Human Resource Management,
Okay.
SHRM,
SHRM?
for professionals in HR who are using AI for things like recruitment or talent management.
So it's about finding resources that are tailored to their specific needs and applications.
Exactly. And there are also a growing number of online platforms
Right.
that offer specialized AI training for professionals in various fields,
Okay.
from healthcare to finance to marketing.
That's great. So there are options for people at all levels of AI expertise.
Yeah.
What about the AI-empowered specialists?
Mm-hmm.
Those folks who are using AI for cutting-edge research
Right.
and innovation.
Yeah.
They must need some pretty advanced training, right?
They do. For them, it often involves pursuing advanced degrees,
Okay.
attending specialized conferences and workshops,
Right.
and collaborating with other experts in their field. Organizations like Intel offer AI-focused courses and certifications
Okay.
that can help these specialists stay at the forefront of their field.
So they're really the pioneers pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI.
They are, and they need access to the latest research, the most powerful tools, and a network of brilliant minds to continue making those groundbreaking discoveries.
What about the AI future workforce?
Yes.
Those students and young professionals who are just starting their careers.
Right.
What advice does the report have for them?
For them, it's all about building a strong foundation across all the competency areas.
Okay.
That means understanding the fundamentals of data analysis,
Right.
machine learning, AI logic, and responsible AI practices.
Okay.
Programs like Intel's AI for Workforce, which partners with community colleges
Oh, wow.
to offer AI courses and certifications,
Okay.
are a great way for students to gain practical skills
Right.
and prepare for the jobs of the future.
That's fantastic. It's so important to make these resources accessible to everyone,
It is.
regardless of their background
Mm-hmm.
or financial situation.
Yeah.
We need to ensure that everyone has the opportunity to participate in this AI-powered future.
I completely agree. And speaking of folks who are pushing the boundaries, we can't forget about the AI expert workforce.
All right, those are the rock stars who are building the next generation of AI systems, right?
They're the ones who are developing new algorithms,
Right.
designing new architectures, and solving the most challenging problems in AI.
Okay.
For them, it often involves pursuing advanced degrees,
Right.
like PhDs in computer science or related fields,
Mhm.
and gaining years of hands-on experience.
So they're really the elite of the AI world.
You could say that they're the ones who are shaping the future of AI
Wow.
and pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Yeah.
Programs like NYU's Pathways to AI program,
Okay.
which is designed for students pursuing careers in AI research,
Right.
are helping to develop the next generation of AI experts.
Wow, it's incredible to think about the level of talent and expertise that's going into building these systems.
Yeah.
I'm curious, do you think everyone needs to become an AI expert?
Not at all.
Okay.
Just like you don't need to be a mechanic to drive a car, you don't need to be an AI engineer to use and benefit from AI.
That's a reassuring thought. But it does seem like everyone needs to have at least a basic understanding of AI, right?
Absolutely. It's becoming increasingly important for everyone to be AI literate,
Okay.
regardless of their profession.
What does it mean to be AI literate?
It means having a basic understanding of what AI is,
Yeah.
how it works,
Right.
and its potential impact on society.
Okay.
It means being able to critically evaluate AI-powered tools and services and to understand the ethical implications of using AI.
So it's about being informed and empowered,
Yes,
not just blindly trusting whatever AI throws our way.
exactly. And that's where those durable competencies come in.
Okay.
Those are the human skills that will always be in high demand,
Right.
even in an AI-powered world.
Okay, let's talk more about those durable competencies.
Okay.
You mentioned flexibility, adaptability, a growth mindset.
Mm-hmm.
What are some other examples?
Well, creativity and innovation are going to be increasingly important
Okay.
as AI takes over more routine tasks. Humans will be needed to come up with new ideas,
Right.
solve complex problems,
Yeah.
and think outside the box.
So AI can't replace human creativity.
Not at all.
Okay.
AI can certainly augment human creativity,
Right.
but it can't replicate the spark of imagination and ingenuity that's unique to humans.
What about critical thinking skills?
Mm-hmm.
How do those come into play in an AI-powered world?
Critical thinking is more important than ever in an age of information overload.
Yeah.
We need to be able to discern fact from fiction,
Right.
evaluate sources, and form our own judgments.
Yeah.
AI can certainly help us with these tasks.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's up to us to think critically about the information we're consuming
Right.
and the decisions we're making.
So it's not just about understanding how AI works,
Right.
but also about understanding how to think about AI
Yes.
and its implications.
Exactly. We need to develop a healthy skepticism towards AI
Okay.
while also recognizing its potential to do good.
Okay. I'm really starting to see how these human skills
Mm-hmm.
and technical AI knowledge go hand in hand.
Yeah.
What about things like communication and collaboration?
Yeah.
Are those still important in an AI-powered world?
Absolutely. In fact, they might be even more important.
Really?
As AI becomes more sophisticated,
Right.
we'll need to be able to communicate effectively with AI systems,
Okay.
explain their outputs to others,
Mhm.
and work collaboratively with both humans and machines.
So it's not about humans versus machines,
Right.
but rather humans and machines working together.
Exactly. The most successful organizations and individuals will be those who can harness the power of AI
Right.
while also leveraging the unique strengths of human intelligence.
So what's the one thing you hope our listeners take away from this deep dive into AI competencies?
That AI is a powerful tool
Mm-hmm.
that has the potential to transform our world in profound ways.
Yeah.
But it's up to us to use it wisely,
Right.
ethically,
Mm.
and in a way that benefits all of humanity. And that starts with developing the right competencies,
Yeah.
both technical and human.
I love that. It's a message of both caution and optimism.
Exactly. We need to approach AI with both eyes wide open,
Right.
recognizing both its potential and its limitations.
Mm-hmm.
But we also need to embrace the possibilities and work together to create an AI-powered future that we can all be proud of.
This has been an incredibly enlightening conversation.
It has.
I feel like I have a much better understanding of the AI landscape now.
Good.
But I'm curious,
Yeah.
what are some practical steps that listeners can take
Okay.
to start developing these AI competencies?
Well, first of all, I encourage everyone to check out the full report from the AI Alliance.
Okay.
It's a fantastic resource
Yep.
that provides a comprehensive overview of AI competencies
Right.
and offers specific recommendations for different roles and levels of expertise.
Okay, I'll definitely include a link to the report in the show notes.
Right.
What else can listeners do?
Don't be afraid to start exploring. There are so many amazing resources available online.
Yeah.
From free courses to interactive tutorials to open source projects.
Oh.
Dip your toes into the world of AI.
Oh.
See what sparks your interest.
So it's all about embracing that spirit of curiosity and lifelong learning.
Exactly. AI is a rapidly evolving field.
Right.
So staying curious and continuously learning is essential for staying ahead of the curve.
I'm feeling inspired to dive in and start learning more.
That's great to hear. And remember, you don't have to do it alone.
All right.
There are tons of communities, forums, and online groups
Okay.
where you can connect with other AI enthusiasts
Right.
and learn from each other.
That's a great tip. It's always more fun to learn with others.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about the report,
Mm-hmm.
we've talked about online resources, and we've talked about connecting with others.
Yeah.
Any other advice for our listeners who are eager to embark on their AI journey?
Well, I'd say don't be afraid to experiment and get your hands dirty. The best way to learn about AI is to actually start using it.
So what are some ways that people can start experimenting with AI?
There are tons of options.
Okay.
You could try using AI-powered tools for everyday tasks,
Okay.
like language translation or photo editing.
Hmm.
You could explore open source AI platforms
Right.
and experiment with building your own simple AI models.
Oh, wow.
Or you could even join a hackathon or a coding challenge to put your skills to the test.
Those are all great ideas. It sounds like there are endless possibilities for exploring and experimenting with AI.
There are. And the more you explore, the more you'll discover about the power and potential of this incredible technology.
Well, this has been an incredibly informative and inspiring conversation.
It has been.
I feel like I've gained a whole new perspective on AI
Good.
and its impact on the world.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I want to circle back to something you said earlier about the importance of human skills in an AI-powered world. I think it's so crucial to remember that amidst all this talk about algorithms and data.
I couldn't agree more. In fact, I think the human element is what will ultimately determine the success or failure of AI.
That's a powerful statement.
Yeah.
So how can we ensure that the human element isn't lost in the rush to embrace AI?
Well, it starts with recognizing that AI is a tool,
Right.
not a replacement for human intelligence.
Okay.
We need to use AI to augment our abilities,
Right.
not to diminish them.
So it's about finding the right balance between human intelligence and artificial intelligence.
Exactly. And that requires us to cultivate those durable competencies we talked about.
Okay.
Flexibility, adaptability, creativity, critical thinking,
Right.
communication, and collaboration.
These are the skills that will allow us to thrive alongside AI and to use it for the betterment of humanity. I love that. It's a message of hope and empowerment.
Yes.
We have the power to shape the future of AI
We do.
and to ensure that it's a future where both humans and machines can flourish.
I believe that wholeheartedly, and the more we invest in developing both our technical and human skills,
Right.
the brighter that future will be.
Well, I'm feeling incredibly optimistic about the future after this conversation.
Good.
I think we've covered a lot of ground today,
We can.
but I'm sure there's still so much more to learn and explore.
Absolutely. The world of AI is vast and constantly evolving.
It is.
But by embracing curiosity, continuous learning, and a commitment to responsible AI use,
Right.
we can all navigate this exciting new landscape and shape the future we want to see.
Okay, that's a great note to end on.
Yeah.
I'm feeling inspired to continue exploring the world of AI
Good.
and to see how I can use my skills to make a positive impact.
That's fantastic. I'm excited to see what you do.
So we've talked about the importance of AI, literacy, and those durable human skills that are going to be so crucial in this AI-powered future.
We have, and I think what's really exciting is that we're just at the beginning of this AI revolution.
Yeah, it feels like things are changing so quickly.
They are, but that also means there's so much opportunity
Right.
for innovation, creativity, and positive change.
It's a bit like the Wild West of technology right now.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah,
And just like in the Wild West, there are pioneers.
right.
There are settlers, and there are those who are just starting to explore the territory.
And we need all of those perspectives to shape the future of AI.
Exactly. We need the visionaries, the builders, the ethicists,
Right.
the educators, and the everyday users to work together to ensure that AI is used for good.
So where do you see AI going in the next 5 to 10 years?
Okay.
What kind of impact do you think it will have on our lives?
Well, I think we'll see AI becoming increasingly integrated into every aspect of our lives.
Okay.
From healthcare and education
Yeah.
to transportation and entertainment.
It's already happening, but it sounds like you're saying it's going to accelerate even faster.
I think so. We'll see AI-powered tools and services that are more personalized,
Oh, wow.
more intuitive, and more helpful than ever before.
That sounds pretty amazing.
It is.
But I also can't help but feel a little apprehensive.
Sure.
What about the potential downsides of AI?
It's important to be aware of those, as well as with any powerful technology.
Right.
There are potential risks and challenges that we need to address.
Like what?
Well, one concern is the potential for job displacement
Yeah.
as AI automates more tasks.
That's something we hear a lot about.
Right, and while it's true that some jobs will inevitably be automated,
Mm-hmm.
I also believe that AI will create new opportunities and new types of jobs that we can't even imagine yet.
So it's not necessarily about jobs being lost, but rather jobs changing and evolving.
Exactly, and that's why it's so important to be adaptable,
Right.
to embrace lifelong learning,
Yeah.
and to develop those durable skills that will be in high demand in any future job market.
So it's not about fearing the robots, but about learning how to work alongside them.
Exactly, and I think that collaboration between humans and machines will be key to unlocking the full potential of AI.
Okay, so we've talked about the potential benefits and risks of AI. But what about the ethical considerations?
That's perhaps the most important aspect of all. As we develop and deploy increasingly sophisticated AI systems,
Right.
we need to be mindful of their potential impact on society and to ensure that they're used in a way that's fair, equitable, and just.
So it's not just about building cool technology,
Right.
but also about building technology that's aligned with our values.
Absolutely. We need to be asking ourselves tough questions about the ethical implications of AI at every stage of development and deployment.
What are some of those tough questions?
Well, for example, how do we ensure that AI systems don't perpetuate existing biases? How do we protect people's privacy in an age of increasingly sophisticated AI surveillance?
Right.
How do we ensure that AI is used to benefit all of humanity, not just a select few?
Those are really important questions, and it sounds like there aren't easy answers.
There aren't, but that's why it's so crucial to have these conversations, to
Yeah.
engage with different perspectives and to develop a framework for responsible AI development and use.
So it's not just about the technology itself, but also about the human values and principles that guide its development.
Exactly, and that's why those durable competencies,
Right.
things like critical thinking, ethical decision-making, and empathy,
Yeah.
are going to be so crucial in this AI-powered future.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive into AI competencies, what's the one message you want to leave our listeners with?
I think the most important thing is to approach AI with a sense of both wonder and responsibility.
I love that wonder and responsibility.
Yes. We should be amazed by the incredible things that AI can do,
Right.
but we should also be mindful of the potential risks and challenges.
And we all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI,
We do.
whether we're developers, policymakers, educators, or just everyday users.
Exactly. The future of AI is not predetermined.
Right.
It's something that we're all creating together.
Well, I'm feeling incredibly inspired and empowered after this conversation.
Me too.
I can't wait to see what the future holds for AI and how we can use it to create a better world.
Me too. And I hope our listeners feel the same way.
Yeah.
Remember, knowledge is power. And the more we understand about AI,
All right.
the better equipped we'll be to shape its future.
So let's keep learning, keep exploring, and keep asking those tough questions.
To a future where AI empowers humanity.
And that wraps up our deep dive into AI competencies.
It does.
Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey.
It's been my pleasure.
We'll catch you next time for another fascinating exploration.